Aces are high, deuces are low. Call them wrong, and away you go on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome to Card Sharks. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you. And our thanks for, gee, this poem sounds like a direct paraphrase on our original poem. We thank Jerry Harvey of Davis, California for that opening poem. Thank you, Jerry. And now let's get to the cards. Ladies, if you will, load in the cards and we'll meet our players on Card Sharks. Giuseppe Gumby, our champion. Giuseppe, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
You're looking well?
Well, I'm pretty healthy, thank you.
Have you been enjoying your stay? Now, you're a visitor with us from Italy. Are you enjoying your stay?
Yes, I have to be honest. I really like very much indeed California. The matter of fact, it looks like my own country. You know, I'm living on the Italian Riviera. I was born there. So It's really very, very similar to the California climate and everything.
What is the thing that you're enjoying the most? What's the one thing you've seen that you've enjoyed most about the United States?
The weather.
The weather. Good. Yeah. Good to have you back. Of course, you won a little money here. That's not too bad. $1,550. That's not bad, right, Giuseppe?
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Our challenger, Shirley Holman. Hi, Shirley. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
We met you very briefly when we get into the match, so why don't you tell us a little more about yourself?
My name is Shirley Holman, and I'm with the Navy in Oxnard, and California is my new home, permanently.
You're enjoying it?
Oh, I love it.
How long have you been in the Navy?
4.5 years.
You going to make a career of it?
No.
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 Why does that make you giggle, Shirley?
Well, because if I come back in, they're going to put me on a ship, and I'm not ready for that.
Oh, I see. A land sailor you don't
Yes.
mind being, huh?
No.
Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
And of course, each of you have a deck of 52 playing cards. Giuseppe plays the upper cards, the red cards. Shirley, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue cards. We play the best 2 out of 3, and Giuseppe won game number 1. So, Shirley, you need this game. And as we left off, the question goes to you, Giuseppe. We found 100 women on a diet and asked them, have you ever been so hungry that you ate a frozen cake without thawing it out? How many women dieters said yes, they had?
I don't think people can be so desperate. So I would say about 29.
29 have eaten a cake without thawing it out. Shirley, higher or lower?
I'll say the number is just a little lower than
You
that.
say lower.
I don't think they'd eat a frozen cake.
no.
Maybe a dozen cookies or a package of caramel.
You don't think people would do things like that?
I wouldn't eat a frozen cake.
Our producer, Jonathan Goodson, ate a frozen cake when he was on a diet, which, right? Yes, he did. But if it's lower, you'll go to the board first, Shirley. If not, it'll be Giuseppe. The actual number of women dieters who've been so hungry that they ate a frozen cake without thawing it out is 23, just a little lower, Shirley. And in a game you need, Shirley, you're starting off with a 3. Good card.
Higher.
Higher than a 3? Yes, with a 7.
Higher.
You're going to risk it.
Higher.
Higher than a 7. She's right, with a queen. Continuing the risk, lower than a queen. Yes, with an 8.
Oh, freeze.
Move the freeze bar over, and Shirley keeps Giuseppe away from the cards. She needs just 1 to tie up the match. Shirley, we found 100 women who are millionaires. We asked them, have you ever spent more than $1,000 for a single dress? How many women millionaires said yes, they have?
I'm not a millionaire.
Gee, with all the money they pay in the Navy, Shirley?
I know, millions and millions. But I would say out of 165 have spent $1,000 for a single dress.
65 lady millionaires have spent that $1,000 for a dress, Giuseppe.
I think it's slightly higher anyway, because we all like to see very pretty, as pretty as possible.
Right.
Higher.
I remember when we met you, you spent $49 for a suit to join us, right, Giuseppe? The actual number of women millionaires who have spent, I can't even say that, it makes me nervous. The actual number of women millionaires who spent over $1,000 on a dress is 6. Not higher, very much lower. Oh. That doesn't really surprise me. People get to be millionaires by hanging on to it, not by spending it. Shirley, you've got an 8.
I'll change to the 8.
You won the question.
Yes.
You have the right to change it. 2.
Another 8.
A king.
Lower.
to tie up the match lower than a king. Yes! With a 5, she tied it up. And each player now with one game and $100 will set up for the tiebreaker. Just 3 cards up there and 3 questions here. Someone's going to get a crack at those money cards. Starting the tiebreaker with you, Giuseppe. We asked 100 people, have you ever told someone who was collecting for a charity that you'd already given when you really hadn't? How many people have used that line?
I think it's pretty high, the number. Don't ask me the reason, I really don't know. Maybe because we are a little bit miserable sometimes. So I think about 43.
43 have said, no, I've already given, Shirley.
I've already done that a couple of times because I'm cheap. So I'll say it's higher.
Higher than that, even. The actual number of people who've told someone they've already given to a charity when they really hadn't is 47. It's higher, Shirley. And Shirley, you get that all-important control. Yes, that immortal line I gave at the office. Shirley, you're starting with a 5. Do you want to...
Higher.
You're going to play it higher than a 5. It is a 6. Now...
Higher.
She's going to go for it. If this is higher, we have a new champion for the win. Yes, with a 10. And Shirley wins it. Congratulations, Shirley. Giuseppe, thank you for joining us. You've been a delight. You're leaving us with $1,550.
Thank you very much.
Giuseppe Gubby, thank you. Shirley, come on down. Congratulations. It's good to see you down here.
So it's good to see me too.
Shirley's going to go for the big money right after this commercial break. Back with our new champion, Shirley Holman. You've already made $200 in the game.
Terrific.
Nice.
That'll pay my car fare home.
Let's go for the big money right now. Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on, Shirley. Got a lot of people rooting you on, Shirley. And a brand new deck of cards there, all shuffled and cut. We've got the money cards ready. Janice will deal them out. We'll give you $200 on the bottom level and 3 cards. You bet them as you wish. Up to the second level, we give you another $200 of betting money. 3 more cards. Remember, your minimum bets are $50 until you get to the top card, the big bet, and there you must bet at least half the money. A lot of money up there, Shirley. Come on, I know you're not paid that much money in the Navy. You could use it.
No.
Here's $200. Remember, as in the game, you have a choice of 2 base cards on the bottom level, and of course, you can change your base card as you move up to each of the 2 succeeding levels. With $200, you're starting with a 5. Do you want it?
$100 higher.
You're going to play the 5 and bet $100 higher than that 5. She's right with a 6. $300.
200 higher.
Big bet on a 6. $200 higher. No, it's a 2. Down to $100, but a great card and still 5 cards to go,
100
Shirley.
100 higher.
All of it higher than a 2. Yes, very much higher with a queen. So up goes the queen. We give you another $200. Shirley, you've got $400. You
The
want the
whole
queen?
thing lower.
Everything lower than a queen. Yes, with a 9. $800. Put you right near the middle.
$50 higher.
Going against the odds a little bit. $50 higher than a 9. No. But you got a better card, and it only cost you $50.
$150 higher.
$150 higher than a 5. Yes, with an 8.
Change it.
$900. You're not even going to wait for me to get it up there, right, Shirley? I won't even put it there. Because you can change it when you go up to the top. And she wants to play this card for the big bet. A 6. Tough card, Shirley. You must bet at least $450. You've got $900. What's your big bet?
$900 higher.
All of it on a
Higher.
6. You're going to bet it all. I hope you're
I
right.
didn't come with anything. What can I lose?
I hope you're right. Nothing or $1,800 higher than a 6. Yeah! And with the $200 in the game, that's $2,000, Shirley. Way to go! Oh, that was a gutsy bet on that 6. What prompted you to do that?
I stay broke. I love money.
Shirley's gonna need a new challenger right after this. Okay, Cheryl, got to defend the title now. Janice will deal out 2 brand new decks of cards. We'll meet our next challenger on Card Sharks. Don Humphreys. Hi, Don. Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jim.
That's a firm handshake.
Thank you, Jim.
Tell us about yourself, sir.
I'm Don Humphreys, and I'm from Winfield, Louisiana. I'm married, and my wife and I, we travel around. And I'm retired from the automotive parts business.
Good. You got a strong handshake. Ever done anything athletic?
Thank you, Jim. Well, I tell you, handling all these parts, I guess you'd do it, Jim.
That'll do it.
Like
Good.
a generator.
Good to have you here with us, Don.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
Jim. It's nice to be here.
You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Shirley, the upper cards, the red cards. Shirley, we asked 100 bachelors right now, is there anything in your refrigerator that's more than 1 month old? How many bachelors said, yes, there is?
Bachelors are my favorite, and I'm not much for going into their refrigerators, but I'll say 75.
Why are they your favorite, Cheryl?
Because that means they don't have any wives at home.
Oh, I see.
But I'll
Okay.
say the number is 72.
All right, we'll change a 75 to a 72. Shirley,
72!
Okay, we're easy to get along with,
72
Shirley.
bachelors.
Don, she says 72 bachelors have something in the refrigerator more than a month old.
I would say that most bachelors probably, probably just eat a bite or two and just push it right back in there. So I'd say it would be lower.
Lower,
Jim.
though. The actual number of bachelors who have something in their refrigerator that's more than 1 month old is 39. It's lower, Don. Yes. I cannot conceive of what could be in there over a month. Don, you're starting off with a queen.
I'll go lower, Jim.
Lower than a queen. Yes, a 9.
Jim, I'm going to try it and go lower.
You're going to risk it. Risking that card and this one lower. No, it's a king. It's not lower. And that's a break for Shirley. She gets a free chance to play a 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10. No, it's a queen. Couldn't take advantage of it. Janice will fill in the spaces. Don, your first question. We found 100 women who have dated a married man and asked them, did you ever ask your man to divorce his wife and marry you? How many women said they have?
I would say that's pretty common nowadays. I would say around 65.
65 have asked the married man to leave his wife and marry them, Shirley.
Married man, huh?
Married men.
I'm not going to incriminate myself, but I'll say the number's a little lower than that.
Gee, we were talking about bachelors before. Now you're incriminating yourself,
I'm
Shirley.
not choosy.
You say lower. The actual number of women who've asked their man to divorce his wife is 8. Very much lower, Shirley. I guess
change that, please. I'd like
guess
to
they were
change
happy
that.
with it. You won the question. You have the right to change it to a 2.
All right,
Big
higher.
Higher than a 2. Oh, no! Another 2. It's not higher. Don, play off the queen.
Go lower.
Lower than a queen. No, another queen. 2 doubles in a row. I can't remember when that's happened. Shirley, we asked 100 people in Plains, Georgia, you know, the president's hometown. Well, we asked them if Billy Carter ran for president, would you vote for him? How many people in Plains would vote for Billy Carter for president?
Billy Carter, sorry, seems like the black sheep of the family to me. And if I were living in Plains, Georgia, I wouldn't vote for him. I'd say maybe 10 close relatives.
10 would vote for him, Don.
I would say, Jim, he'd have to have some awful close relatives. I'd say it would be, I believe it would be a little lower.
Even lower than that. Billy's made a great impression on the national politic. The actual number of people in Georgia who would vote for Billy Carter if he ran for president is 20. Not lower, Shirley. Well, what the heck? They voted for 1. Shirley, you've got a 2.
I think considering it's a 2, I'll keep it and go higher.
Higher than a 2. It is an 8.
I'll freeze. Forget it, I'll freeze.
Taking that 1 card advantage, and that keeps Don away from his cards. And now we're at sudden death. Don, you need 4 cards. Shirley needs 3. Control is very important. Don, we asked 100 married men. After you give a big party, do you help your wife clean up, or do you just go to bed? How many men said they just go to bed?
I would say most men are pretty conservative when it comes to that. I would say that,
What's the conservative
would.
position? 65 would go to bed and not help clean up.
No, Jim. Let's make it 25.
25.
Yeah, they would go to bed. Yeah, 25.
Right. 25 and 65, that adds up. Shirley?
No, I still think there's a lot of male chauvinists around, and they're not going to help. It's the woman's job, they believe, and I think the number is a little higher.
Higher than that?
That would go to bed, yeah.
If I tried that, I'd be thrown out of bed. The actual number of men who go to bed and let their wife clean up after a big party is 22. Not higher, Don. Don, you need 4 cards. Shirley needs 3. Your decision. Do you want to play it or
Jim,
pass
let's
it?
play that queen and go lower.
Do you want to play it yourself?
Yeah, let's play it and go lower.
Going to try to go all the way with 4 cards.
Let's try it, Jim.
Let's see if that strategy pays off. Lower than a queen. It is a 5.
Jim, let's try the next one, go higher.
Remember, one mistake and Shirley wins the game. Higher than a 5. It is a 7. You're halfway there.
Jim, I believe I'm going to freeze right there.
You cannot freeze, as I
Okay,
remind you.
okay.
It's sudden death. You've got to go all the way or Shirley wins it.
Okay, the next card be higher.
Higher than a 7. No, it's not higher, and Shirley wins it in sudden death. Game 1 to the champion and $100. Don took a chance. It did not pay off. We'll find out how game 2 goes right after this. Shirley Holman has game 1 and $100. We're setting up for game 2 with the same 2 decks of cards. Don Humphrey, you need this one. As we left off, the question goes to you, Shirley. We asked 100 Mississippi State Troopers, if you stopped a man for speeding and found out he was rushing his pregnant wife to the hospital, would you give him a ticket anyway? How many state troopers would give him a ticket?
No, state troopers are pretty nice guys generally, and I think if somebody was taking their pregnant wife to the hospital, they wouldn't give him a ticket. I'd say 72 would not.
No, it's how many would give him a ticket.
Oh, how many would? Ooh, 7.
7 would give him a ticket, Don. What do you think?
Jim, I think the state troopers are pretty lenient on that type of thing, especially in a time like that, you know. Of course, that's a matter of life or death. I would think, Jim, it'd be higher.
Higher? You think that more than 7 would give it?
Yeah.
Now you're sure that how many, we're not sure of your reasoning there. How many state troopers would give him a ticket? She says 7.
A little higher, Jim.
You say higher. Okay, we just want to double check. We never want to get your answer incorrect. The actual number of Mississippi State Troopers who would give a man a ticket, even though he was rushing his pregnant wife to the hospital, is 0. Not a 1, Shirley. You know, a little while ago, we had another question, that same poll to the Mississippi State Troopers, and some of them would give a ticket to their own grandmother, but they wouldn't give it to a pregnant woman. That's kind of nice
Well,
to
if
hear.
the grandmother were pregnant.
Oh, that's true. If you got a pregnant grandmother, good. Shirley, you're starting off with a 9.
I'll change it, please.
Changing the 9 to a 4.
All right, higher.
Higher than a 4. Yes, another 9.
I'll freeze.
You'll freeze, moving the freeze bar over, and that keeps Don away from his cards. Don, we asked 100 married women, if your husband wanted a weekly night out with the boys, would you let him have one? How many married women said yes, they would?
Well, I'd say the married women, by staying at home is probably as much as they do. Let's see, the married women having a night out on the town.
Now, how many would let their husband have a night out on the town
I would
with the
say
boys?
most of you married women are pretty jealous. I believe it'd be pretty low, probably around 20. Jim.
20 would want their husband to have a weekly night out with the boys, or let him.
I don't know. I guess it's up to the relationship that they have, but I think the number's going to be a little bit higher.
You say higher. The actual number of married women who would let their husband have a weekly night out with the boys is 83, very much higher. Shirley.
I'll change the 9.
Yes. See, the reason that's so high, Shirley, is maybe they want a weekly night out with the boys. Shirley, you're changing the 9 to a jack.
All right, lower.
Lower than a jack. It is a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. An 8.
I'll freeze.
Freezing, needing 1 card for another crack at those money cards. Shirley, we found 100 newlywed men. These are all men who have been married within the past year, and asked them, have you ever wrapped up one of your wedding presents and given it as a gift to someone else?
You asked the men this?
How many newlywed men admitted that they have?
I don't have any really specific reason, but I'll say 15.
15 have wrapped up a present and given it to somebody else. Don?
Jim, I'd say a newly, I think in that situation, Jim, that they would be probably real conservative about their lover there. I would say it's a...
You say higher or lower?
I say a little higher.
You say
Jim.
higher. The actual number of newlywed men who've given one of their wedding presents as a gift is 22. It's higher. Don will start off in a game you need with a 4.
That's a good one. Next one be higher.
Higher than a 4. It is a queen.
Next one be lower.
Lower than a queen. A 2.
Next one be higher.
Higher than a 2. It is a 6.
Yeah. Next, and Jim, I believe I'll play it, Jim. Next be higher.
You're going to go for it to tie up the match higher than a 6. It is an ace, and he tied it up. Well, each player with one game and $100, and we'll be right back right after this commercial break. Tomorrow is one of the great family holidays, so spend it with someone you love. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
A representative of the studio audience will receive Tally Industries West Clock's new compact battery-operated AM/FM mini clock radio. Built-in antenna, perfect for travel, home, office, furnished by West Clocks. And some of our contestants will receive Hamilton Beach's revolutionary new 2001 space-age electronic computer blender. Touch controls for 16-speed selection, timer, digital readouts from Hamilton Beach Scoville. And Bissell's new Sweetmaster dual-powered light back. 2 powerful motors. 1 powers exclusive Viber clean brush. 2nd provides strong suction for all floor surfaces from Bissell. And the Sunny Bunch from Sears. Fresh, feminine, color-coordinated fashions for young girls. Pretty things come in Sunny Bunches exclusively at Sears. And from Cody, a gift collection of Masumi fragrances. Masumi, the essence of inner beauty by Cody. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.